I got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 wrenches in my top drawer. Hey, what's up, guys? This is MJ100K, and today we got to talk about Tesla. They are axing an entire 500-person supercharger team. What is going on? We got to figure this out. What do you think about this, Dane? Tesla is firing more people, and this is the team that helps make their superchargers.
The whole team? So like they're
Uh,
killing the whole department?
let's look at the article. And this is from Carscoops.com. I'll put the link in the description if you want to read the whole article, but let's go ahead and sum it up. Elon
Mhm.
Musk allegedly told staff via email that Tesla needed to be hardcore about headcount and cost reduction. Senior director at Supercharger Business and head of new products are reportedly both out. Some
Mm.
report claims hundreds more job losses are on the way. Elon Musk emailed staff to tell them the company needed to be hardcore about headcount and cost reduction.
Mhm.
Uh-oh, SpaghettiOs. The information via Reuters also claims that every single person working for both Tanichi and Ho would soon be cut, including an estimated 500 people working within the Supercharger division. The automaker's public policy team will also be canned. The information says presumably increasing the number of layoffs. Uh-oh. People are getting laid off. Apparently, they're trying to increase their supercharger network, and
Mhm.
that is extremely expensive.
Yep.
If they're thinking that the EV market is going to turn down some, it really doesn't make a lot of sense to keep building more and more superchargers, right? Like,
Yeah.
what do you think?
Yeah, it makes sense. I wonder, I mean, like we know sales are down and they need to make cuts here or there, but usually when you see these companies make cuts, it's small bits and pieces, across the company, not entire divisions, which it sounds like that might not be the entire division, but a big chunk, if not most of it. So yeah, I wonder if they're obviously they can tell how often superchargers are being used, where they're being used, and maybe that's some of the data they're getting back is they're not being used as much. So a lot of the development that was being done to make new ones or put new ones in place just isn't needed at the moment, and they're saying, "Sorry, guys, we don't have a place for you internally, so hopefully you can find a place externally."
I think so too. Now, one thing I was thinking about
Hmm.
is since they're supposed to be opening up their superchargers for all EVs to use, that seems like a very altruistic thing to do, like very
Hmm.
helpful. But you got to think of it like this: they're actually funding their competition's growth, and that
Yeah.
makes no sense at all. Maybe that's part of the reason why they're slowing down this whole team.
Well, they would charge, right? Because or are they charging now? Because I know when you first bought a Tesla, charging was free at their superchargers, and I don't believe they do that anymore. Is that correct?
Yeah, I think they're definitely charging people now.
Okay.
Part of the reason people adopt Teslas was because their network was so much better. Like a
Right.
lot of the non-Tesla chargers that are like run by municipalities and things like that,
Yeah.
they're not repaired as often as the Teslas. So a lot of
Mhm.
times they don't work. They're like in, off the wall places that might not be safe to recharge, or people may not feel safe. So when you open up your network that you've built for everyone else to use, that's just that's helping your competition's bottom line.
Yeah, it is, but the thought might be that the rising tide, rises all ships. If we can make charging better for everyone, maybe more people will want to buy more EVs. Make it
Yeah, but
and then which means more Teslas get sold too. Yeah, sure, more other vehicles will get sold as well, but
I
like maybe
think
the
that was
thought
the
of,
thought. Like people
yeah,
thought that, but is that true?
I don't know. I'm surprised. I'm really surprised we're not seeing the oil companies start to put out more electric charging stations or have electric charging at your refueling stations. I know there is some, but not. At
Yo,
least not what I'm seeing in the Midwest.
there's one like that. They just opened one near me.
Oh, really?
Yeah, it's a gas station. They added some Tesla chargers.
Okay. Oh, that's
Yeah.
right. So I'm surprised we're not seeing more of that, but I'm surprised we're also not seeing more like independent ones, because the ones that I'm usually seeing, they're at like, like strip malls or they're at a grocery store. They're never usually at a at like a refueling station, where you're going to get your diesel and gasoline.
Yeah, that's where they
Where
should put them.
right, that's where you should put them. That's why isn't like, the Holiday or Circle K or BP or any of these other companies that have these networks across the country, Casey's, why aren't they putting in more of these? I don't know. That doesn't seem to make a whole lot of sense. Hmm.
If I were Elon Musk and all these other people wanted to use my superchargers, I would make other OEMs put in some of the money toward to doing that. Because it's
Yeah,
not fair that Tesla has to pay, everybody gets to use them and they have to pay to build them and maintain them. How is that fair? Yeah, they got to put in, man.
yep,
You didn't put in on this, man.
exactly. You got to buy in.
Buy in. That's what I
Yep,
would say if I was Elon Musk.
yep.
One other thing I wanted to mention, I'm kind of blaming the government a little bit because I think the charging system should have been standardized from the beginning.
Hmm.
Like, why is there two different types of charger out there right now? There should only be one. They should have learned their lesson from OBD1. Like,
Yeah,
you remember when OBD2 came out in 96? And so,
yep,
but before that, it was OBD1. Everybody had their own connectors, everybody had their own way of
yep.
talking to the car's computer. And then they said, oh, this is crazy. We should just have one way of doing it. You think they would have learned their lesson, but now they're just figuring out that there should be one charger for all electric cars. Come
Yeah,
on.
I think it's gonna happen. Like you said, the consumer's probably gonna get tired of having to have different connectors or an adapter to use this one or that one or whatever, and so it'll get standardized eventually.
Well,
But
they're all supposed to be coming to Tesla standard now, but I think
yeah,
Tesla should get some money for
if,
that. Like, I'd be
if
like,
they're
I
all
want
going,
$1 billion from GM, I want $1 billion from Ford. You want to use my good network? You got
yeah,
to pay me.
you know what? I bet they are, and we just don't know about it because a lot of that stuff isn't always public.
Yeah,
Um,
you
I
think
know
it's
through
secret?
some, yeah, I've seen that stuff in smaller business dealings where other companies want to use your stuff or they make something close to what you have. They're like, yeah. So you call them out on, patent infringements and whatnot. And
Yeah,
so what ends up happening is those companies will pay royalties. In that order, like I said, you're selling them product at maybe a discounted rate or whatever, right? But you're still getting money put in your pocket depending on their sales.
yeah,
I'm sure there's backdoor
that's
deals being
true.
done on that guy. Yeah.
Well, we'll see. I'm gonna call Elon Musk and ask him.
Yeah. Why don't we
I'll
get
let
him
you
on
know.
the show?
Yeah, Elon Musk, come on the show. We have some questions.
You can't be that busy.
Oh boy. All right. Well, we'll leave it right there. If you have any questions or comments, please let us know down below. Dane, did you want to say something?
That's all I got, bud.
That's all you got. All right, guys. Well, thank you for tuning in and have a good one.
Yep. See you guys.